Motion to approve with the amendment.
Second. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. All right. Now we move on to item 5A, spelling bee. District spelling bee facilitators Fiona Hansen, Vice Principal of Benjamin Franklin Intermediate School, and Brian Bethel, Principal of Marjorie H. Tobias School, will introduce the 2026 spelling bee grade level winners and the district spelling bee champion. All right, Ms. Hansen and Mr. Bethel, you have the floor.
All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening, board. I'm Fiona Hansen, the Vice Principal at Ben Franklin.
And I'm Brother Bethel, Principal of Marjorie H. Tobias.
We're going to talk a little bit about the spelling bee, and the beautiful thing about the spelling bee, it doesn't just start at Benjamin Franklin. It starts at all the elementary and middle schools first, with every school doing their own spelling bee, and the students in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade getting to represent their own school. They come over to Benjamin Franklin for the district spelling bee, where they represent their school, and they go into classrooms where they have studied a multitude of words. And when I say multitude, probably about 300 words, and they compete. And in 4th and 5th grade, it's really intense, because you can see we have a representation of 9 schools, and it's about an hour long. In 8th grade and 7th grade, not so intense, but they are so proud of representing. I can tell you that in 5th grade this year, in the last 3 students, they finished all 300 words.
Not only do our students need to study the words, as you see here, our representatives from the board here, who are our judges, also needed to study the words. So there's preparation that's done at the site, but there's also preparation done by those who are helping to facilitate. And from that, all the different classrooms, we get finalists from each grade level. So everybody that won their spelling bee for their grade level then comes together in the MUR, and we have a competition for the general spelling bee, so who wins the overall. So as you see here, here are our representatives for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
And that's where we get our winners for the district spelling bee. And we have Demetrio Lim. He is the 7th grade winner from Ben Franklin, and he is our 5th grade representative for, or the 5th place representative for the district. Come on up, Demetrio. Give him a round of applause. Congratulations. He has a few words he'd like to share with the board.
Good evening, everyone. To start it off, my name is Demetrio Lim Jr., and it is an honor to be here today. I am the 7th grade spelling bee winner, and this experience has taught me the value of preparation and dedication. I am proud to be Filipino American, and I mostly enjoy playing chess, video games, and especially basketball. I would always challenge myself to my very limit and stay focused whenever I play. I am incredibly lucky to have a family that truly has my back. My mom and my dad offer unconditional support, love, and valuable guidance. To prepare for the spelling bee, my mom and I would simulate the actual spelling bee. We would go down the list practicing every single word, and if I got one wrong, she would mark it to review later and move on to the next word. After we finished the list, we would go back onto the marked words and try them again. I also would study the list very carefully almost every day. Because of the preparation, I felt even more confident during the competition. Looking ahead, I'm very excited for our summer vacation because it gives me tons of time to relax, have fun, and improve in all areas, whether it's academically or physically. In closing, I would like to thank the members of the school board for this opportunity. This means a lot to me, and I appreciate all of your time and support. Thank you.
Okay, and our 4th place winner for the spelling bee is Bruce Tran. Bruce is coming from Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 6th grade.
Hi, my name is Bruce Chan. I'm 12 years old, a 6th grader at FDR, and a Chinese Vietnamese American. I like to study, make comics and manga, listen to music, and play games. I like to play basketball and football, and currently in track at school. And I am currently in track at school. I study for the spelling bee almost every day by looking at all the words on the list, and I read a lot. I'm excited for the upcoming FDR spring concert because I will be performing with my trumpet. Thank you.
All right, our third place representative is Liam Rapana from Susan B. Anthony. Nice round of applause. Congratulations.
Hi, good evening. I just want to acknowledge my principal at SBA, our district supervisor, Ms. McCulloch, and all the members of the board and all the parents and fellow students present here. My name is Liam Brian Rapanan from SBA. I am 11 years old and a proud Filipino American. I have a deep passion for art, math, coding, and science, and I'm working hard toward my dream of becoming an astronaut one day. When I'm not looking at the stars, I'm usually on the move playing soccer, football, or basketball. I've also dedicated myself to the spelling bee. After reaching 2nd place in 4th grade, I've been practicing 20 to 30 words every day with my mom and reading constantly to sharpen my skills. I am so excited to bring that same energy to middle school here at TRP. Thank you.
Okay, and our 2nd place winner from Franklin Delano Roosevelt. From 4th grade, we have Francis Alipio.
Hello everyone, I'm Francis Alipio. I was born and raised in the United States, but my parents are from the Philippines. I love reading chapter books, eating Filipino food, and playing video games. My sporting interest is volleyball, but unfortunately I cannot join a volleyball competition because of my asthma. I studied for the spelling bee by putting in all my hard work on practicing every day with my mom about 30 words per day. My experience was very challenging because I had to compete against other students from different schools. I never felt nervous during the spelling bee, so that's why I won. I'm excited to join the spelling bee competition again next year. And I also want to travel to other countries across the world. Thank you.
And finally, our 8th grade representative, our grand champion, Ari Sampao from TR Coliseum. Woo!
Hi. So I'm Eric. I'm in 8th grade, so that means I'm 14 and I'm of Filipino descent. Currently, my hobbies are, I have way too many hobbies. I play soccer, volleyball, I like badminton, play basketball, and in the track team. And then I also play 2 different instruments. I think the spelling bee, just as an experience for me, was more so a test of my own courage because previously I just didn't want to go up in front of people. I just thought the whole thing was really scary, so I intentionally just stopped. Like I didn't participate in them until very recently. And so the experience for me was more so just me going
And here you see our grand champion got a nice trophy, and all of our other winners per grade level got a nice trophy.
That sound. But also, there's one more slide, and something that our judges are always really good at doing is sharing kind thoughts at the spelling bee. And I don't know if there's any thoughts that anyone wants to share this evening before we end our presentation, but that's it for us. And thank you all for listening to our wonderful students. They did a great job presenting this evening.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your presentation. So we will now take comments or questions from the board. If there are any comments or questions, otherwise, I'll give you a minute for that. Well, I think one thing that I know that I think Trustee Roshbas, Vice President Roshbas said at the spelling bee. So actually, do you want to share it? What you said? I really like what you said.
I have sentiments to share, but I do not remember what I said.
So you talked about how at the spelling bee, because even though they were all competitors, they were encouraging each other, they were high-fiving each other, they patted each other on the back as they were, even when they were out. And these are kids from different schools. None of them, maybe some of them know each other, but he was telling us about how he's just like, that was the one thing he noticed from the spelling bee, and that was one thing that we love in our district, is that even though we are at different schools and different places where we're competing, we are still supportive of each other. So that's the sentiment that I was hoping you remembered to share, but it's okay. I remember. Are there any other sentiments from the board that would like to be shared?
I'd like to congratulate all the students for their courage, but also I liked hearing those stories of the discipline that you had and the determination and, coming in second place one year and studying to finally win. So, keep up the great work, and there's always good room for friendly competition.
And I want to shout out the parents too, all of the students, because amazing, you guys won and competed, and that was great. And echoing everything that they said, but also everyone talked about practicing with their parents, with who they have at home. And so I want to make sure that the parents who are here, obviously still supporting and the time that that's supporting, that's an amazing job that you're doing with these young men. And I am super excited to see them grow up and be great and contributing members of our society. So thank you to the parents for supporting them unconditionally and giving them the love that they very clearly have here, because they're just great boys ready to men.
I just want to echo my fellow board trustees' sentiments, and then also shout out to everyone that represented their heritage. I think it's so important to know where you come from and represent that, whether that be with food, language, immersing yourself in the culture, even though you live here in the United States. And then I want to make sure that you guys, even though the spelling bee is over, continuing to read and learn new words is so important. I read avidly. I'm actually at 45 books and words. I'm middle-aged and I'm still learning new words every single day. And I use words sometimes people are like, what does that mean? And I'm like, well, it actually means this. And it's something that will help you communicate much more broadly in the future, whether that be, with your fellow friends or, people that you meet in the future. So don't stop reading, don't stop practicing words. It's so important, it's helpful in the future.
I first want to give a big thank you to Ms. Hansen and Mr. Bethel for organizing and hosting a tremendous event for our district. Great job. I want to thank all of the judges, all the volunteers, and all the parents. I heard several students say I studied 20, 30 words a night with my mom. So thanks to all the parents and relatives out there who are practicing. And thank you to all of the participants, our speakers tonight. You all spoke so well. You represent our district extremely well. And I was really touched by what you said. And I do want to thank everybody who participated, because thank you for reminding me that, yes, I certainly observed a lot of cooperation, as Trustee Ali said, friendly competition where, yes, we're competing with each other, but many people, all the students really bringing each other on and kind of bonding in that shared experience that we do. Thank you.
All right, we did not know that they were going to give certificates, so we are also going to give our own. But we are going to save them a little quicker since you already gave them a chance to speak. But we would like our winners to actually stay up front for pictures with us. So as we call you up, we're going to call you up, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and the grand champion. So with that being said, with these certificates, just so we have to say the name, these certificates are for certificate of achievement for getting whatever place you did in this 2026 spelling bee, and a certificate of appreciation for participating in our flag ceremony at the beginning of this board meeting. With that, I will pass it to Trustee Policarpio.
Demetrio Lynn.
Bruce Tran.
Liam Rapana.
Francis Angelo Olipio.
And our grand champion, Mary Simpa. All right, one last round of applause for our winners. Thank you. You all need to see it. Thank you so much for coming back up here. All right, we move on to item 6. Item 6A, board member acknowledgements and commendations, and I will start on my right.
I just want to say thank you to everyone that came out this evening to celebrate your children, and obviously for attending our board meetings. We love it when we have a large crowd. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your feedback. We are representing you. We got elected to support you and our community, and so it's just really beautiful to see all of these faces in the crowd. It actually is the reason why we are here today. I believe today is Administrative Professionals Day, so I want to give a shout out to all of the administrative professionals. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. And I also believe that today is Earth Day, so for anyone that is into climate change, or if you haven't thought about climate change, I think I talked about reading earlier, pick up a book about climate and read something, help your community recycle, do a beach cleanup. It's super important, again, to protect our community so that it's there for the future, which is the children that we see here today. And I look forward to a good meeting.
Thank you. On April 1st, since we last met, we had the final meeting of the Superintendent's Budget, Facilities, and Advisory Committee, and I was honored to be the board representative on that committee along with Trustee Ali, and I really want to thank all of the members and volunteers of that committee who provided some extremely valuable feedback to us as we faced some really difficult decisions. in the years ahead. As was presented in our last board meeting and as we went over in the beginning of this final committee meeting, we are facing a long-term structural deficit where due to declining enrollment, our revenues are not keeping up with expenditures and looking at multi-million-dollar deficit. And we really are trying to address this in a proactive and transparent way. So the members of the committee, in their final meeting, we're working towards a recommendation that will be presented to us in the meeting this spring, and really grappling with 4 very difficult areas of consideration: reducing our overall expenses, adjusting our staffing levels, closing or consolidating schools, and finding new sources of revenue. So again, I want to thank all of the volunteers, parents, teachers, staff, and others who served on the committee to help us with these difficult decisions. And then finally, I want to thank Fernando Rivera School for organizing Career Day on April 3rd. I was honored to participate in this along with Superintendent Mikulik, and just a great opportunity to speak with middle school students. I would encourage all of our schools to think about a career day, having volunteers, community members come in. I talked about my day job as a nonprofit fundraiser, but I think next year I'm going to talk about this job of serving on the school board, because I think that all of the students should be thinking about one day serving, running for it, and serving in that role. Thank you.
I'd like to acknowledge all of us who are coming out here to the school site for our school board meeting tonight, and all the librarians. April 16th was National Librarian Day, so I know the library was a saving grace for me after school, somewhere to go and stay safe and still learn and have fun as well. So thanks to all the librarians.
I'm just going to say ditto to everything they said. They covered all of the days and all of the things that I thought of and that I didn't even think of. So thank you, everybody.
And I echo my fellow board trustee sentiments. So we are going, and then just to share out, so we usually share out whenever we travel somewhere. However, we didn't get it on the agenda, so we're going to share our coast to coast, which is Trustee Ali and myself. We'll share that on the next meeting. All right, so we move on to item 6B, which is superintendent comments. I'll pass it to Superintendent Fuller.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I just want to congratulate our spelling bee winners. I thought what you said was really impressive, how you studied, how you involved your family, and how you persevered when you were struggling with learning words or even the public speaking. And so I'm really proud of you all, and so I think you should be proud of yourselves as well. I also want to thank, I know we're going to celebrate you in a moment, but all of our parent volunteers that are here tonight. We really appreciate you. And this week is Parent Volunteer Week, and April is a volunteer month, school volunteer month. So, we couldn't do this without you. So we appreciate everything that you do, and we're going to celebrate you in a moment. And the board will celebrate you, but I wanted to sneak in my few words first. And then also, as was mentioned, today's Administrative Professionals Day, so I want to thank our executive assistant. We have Nancy here and a few others, but we want to thank all of our administrative assistants. And then I also, at the last meeting, there was public comment that was made regarding the massive schedule and assignments at Fernando Rivera. And so our Human Resources Department, Mr. Brett Marquez-Valenti, will be sharing our processes for determining teacher assignments, the May 13th board meeting. So we just wanted to make sure that folks knew that we'll be responding to that and those inquiries by sharing some information. This Friday and next Friday is the middle school track meet at Westmore High School. And then next Tuesday is the art fair here at the gym at TRP. TRP is hosting a lot of things recently. Starts at 5:15 p.m. I want to thank Ms. Padma Desicachari for co-leading that with Ms. Nuala O'Sullivan-Haley for the district-wide art fair. Next week is also National School Library Week. So it's National Library Day on the 16th, and next week is National School Library Week. And then next Friday is School Lunch Hero Day, so we support and celebrate our school lunch heroes. So April and May is a lot of celebrations. We have Student of the Year coming up. We have a lot of things coming up, and we'll share more about those later. But I just want to give some insights and thank everyone for being here today.
Thank you very much, Superintendent Kulik. All right, we move on to item 6C, persons wishing to address the board. Ms. Gomri, do we have any comments? There are none. This portion of the agenda is available for individuals to comment on or address the board on any issue that is under the board's jurisdiction and not on the agenda. The maximum time allowed for any speaker is usually 2 minutes. So we will close public comment at 7:30 p.m. And then we move on to item 7, the consent agenda. The administration recommends approval of the following starred consent agenda items. Are there any items to be removed? Otherwise, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
There's a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
There's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. All right, now we move on to item 8A, resolution number 260422, resolution honoring parent volunteers during National Volunteer Month. The administration recommends the adoption of resolution number 260422, honoring parent volunteers at all schools in the Jefferson Elementary School District during National Volunteer Month. All right, I'm going to read the resolution. So, bear with me here. All right, this is a resolution number 260422, a resolution honoring parent volunteers during National Volunteer Month. Whereas National Volunteer Month is observed each April to recognize and celebrate the invaluable contributions of volunteers in our communities, and whereas parent volunteers play a vital role in supporting the success of our schools by generously giving their time, talents, and resources to enrich the educational experience of all students, and whereas parent volunteers contribute in countless ways, including assisting classrooms, organizing school events, supporting extracurricular activities, fundraising, mentoring students, and serving on parent-teacher organizations and advisory committees, and whereas their dedication and commitment foster a sense of community, strengthen partnerships between families and schools, and enhance student achievement and well-being, and whereas the governing board recognizes and deeply appreciates the essential role that parent volunteers play in making our schools welcoming, engaging, and safe learning environments. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Jefferson Elementary School District Governing Board does hereby proclaim April as a time to honor and celebrate the contributions of parent volunteers, and be it further resolved that the Governing Board extends its heartfelt gratitude to all parent volunteers for their unwavering support, generosity, and dedication to the students, staff, and schools of our district, and be it finally resolved that the Governing Board encourages all members of our school community to recognize and express appreciation for the invaluable service of parent volunteers during National Volunteer Month. All right, we are. All right, so this resolution is this is a motion, so we'll need a motion and a second.
I move that we approve this resolution.
There's a motion, do I have a second? I'll second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All
Sorry,
opposed?
this is a resolution, so it's a
Oh,
roll call
sorry.
vote.
Ms. Gilbert, could you, yes.
Ms. Jordan,
Aye.
Mr. Rajba,
Aye.
Mr. Ali,
Aye.
Ms. Policarpio. Aye. Mr. Sudisat.
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations. All right, so now we move on to item 8B, recognition of JESD parent volunteers. The Governing Board recognizes and expresses appreciation for the invaluable service of parent volunteers at all schools in Jefferson Elementary School District during National Volunteer Month and throughout the school year. So what we are going to do now is we're going to call a list of names we each have schools. So what we want you all to do is we want you to come up, collect your certificate from us, but please stay up here. We are going to take a group picture after we are done, just like what we did with the spelling. All right, and then I will start on my left. Bear with us as these are written in cursive, so we can't all read the names clearly, but we hope we pronounce them correctly.
So I have JFK starting, so if you hear your name or think it's your name, then it's from JFK. And this is a certificate of appreciation for Mabel Cortez Diaz. Nicole Mullen. Joey Pond. That's all. Okay, moving on to MP Brown, I have Christina Oliva. Elaine New. Yolanda Wong. Okay, last item is Tobias. Michelle Yao. Queen Alu.
All right, from Ben Franklin. Beverly Madrano Ramos. Tamara or Tamara Hamdan. Maria Paula Flores.
I was playing pickleball, sorry. It's okay.
All right, next is Daniel Webster Elementary. We have Dennis Constantine. Wendy Kawada. Joy Baklas. Jason Adams. Zena Spong. Oliver Quesada.
one that was stuck underneath one from George Washington we really quickly want to acknowledge. Pauline O. George Washington. Oh, embarrassing. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. So that's your service, so thank you. All right, and now this one, these are from Susan B. Anthony. Bear with me. Rico Soleil. Chelsea Nguyen. Megan Vaughn. Danielle Sands. Chris Sons. Julie Duong. Brian Duong. Christopher Carlos. Maxwell Corno. Lester Rosales. Rita Ponce. Vanessa Santana. Isha Aid. Lashana Brown. Shayla Brown. Alexis Eula Nguyen. And Andrea Yasif. Right, let's pose for Shirley's radio.
Roblon. Also from TRP, Megan Orth. And Francesca Gonzalez. And from FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, we have Mai Lee. We have Erasm Pokron. Laughing Bear Torres. Sue Thayron. And Amy Trong Vargas.
And this is for Westlake Elementary School, Elizabeth Ing. Tammy Joseph. Maggie Chang. Levy Cardona Herrera. Apologies, I'm actually now on General Pershing. Lillian Alvarado. Carol Coelho. And the last school, but not the least, Garden Village. Cesar Guepalaga. Hazel Garcia. Genevieve Mendieta. And Yolanda Carrillo.
Excellent. So one last applause for all of our parent volunteers. And then also, again, another thanks to all of our parent volunteers. Even if you aren't here, we want to acknowledge that you all are parent volunteers, so that means you have kids at home, you have your jobs, and the fact that you showed up here, and even the parents who aren't here, you all are giving so much time to our district, so we can't be more appreciative of all the volunteer hours you all put in. So thank you first. All right, and then now it is time for comments from the board, and I will start this time on my right.
I just want to say thank you for your dedication and your service to your schools and our community. I know that your children are probably like, why are you at my school? Like, I'm trying to just hang out with my friends, but your presence, even if they don't appreciate it now, they will later, because they will remember my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles were there for me, and it really truly does go a long way. I really just want to say thank you for showing up here tonight. Thank you for showing up for your children and for our community. It does not go unnoticed.
Certainly want to echo my fellow board trustees in saying thank you so much. parent volunteers are the heart and soul of our schools. I know it can be thankless work and it's many hours. There's so much to do and too few people to do it. So really want to thank each and every one of you for stepping forward and providing invaluable help, support, and care for our schools.
Thanks once again for all your contribution and service to the schools and to your own children, of course. And as I say, it takes a village to raise a child, so we're all in this together. Thank you.
Yeah, I echo whatever my fellow trustees say, and just thank you. Like it's a lot, and I think I can tell that my children are younger than others because when my kids see me at school, they're like, "Mom, you're here!" and they're so excited. And so, no matter what age your child is, they're gonna grow up and know that their parent, their guardian, whoever it is, was involved, and time is the most important and valuable thing that we can give them. So thank you all. Our teachers do so much, but there's only so much that they can and should do, and the rest comes up when families that care and are engaged give these opportunities and these extra activities and all the extra fun things that these kids do to keep them engaged in school and loving school. So when your kid loves school, just know that y'all are the reason. So thank you.
And then this is coming from the only person in the board who's not a parent, but I am an educator, and so that's something that we value as our parent volunteers. So my experiences are, my mom worked here for 30 years, and she still works here as a substitute teacher, going on 40. So she's still here, and then I was always very fortunate to have my dad. At every school I went to, he volunteered at that school, and just kept following me throughout every school I ever went to. But just like what Trustee Jordan said, like we look back on that, and I'm so thankful that my dad was always there. It was never, "Oh my God, Dad, why are you embarrassing me?" It was, "Hey, Dad, can I have some lunch money?" So, we were very fortunate that we have our parents around. We do appreciate them. And even if your kids are embarrassed, it's still a positive thing. And again, we look back on that and really reflect on it. So, thank you to all of our parent volunteers. And with that, before I have a 30-minute speech, but we're going to skip that. We're actually going to take a 10-minute, thank you very much. So we're going to take a 10-minute recess to celebrate.
I'll take over from here. Actually, before we do have some cookies over here and some cups if you want some water. And but before we take a 10-minute recess, I would like to take a photo of everybody. And so I'd like this in the background, so maybe the board can get up on stage and a few folks can get up on stage. And then we can get all of our parent volunteers with your certificates to come out in front here, and I'll get in the back. And maybe even our principals too, and staff members to come up with the parent volunteers, and we can take one large group photo. The stairs are on the side. Or you can jump up, that's fine. We'll take a quick photo, and then once we take the photo, you can take your photos in front of there, and then the snacks are available, and then we'll reconvene in 10 minutes. So if you can all come up with your certificates, that'd be great.
join when we convene at 8:10 for regular board action.
She was like, "Can I come tonight?" And she like was getting ready and stuff. I was like,
I had so many things going on. I'm sorry. I looked at you like, oh, shit, I have to do it. But I just want to come over and acknowledge thank you for coming in. And then we're going to get started now, and I'll wait this time for them.
Thanks so much.
All right, Board of Trustees, anyone who'd like to stay and, of course, enjoy the cookies, you may. We are going to continue with our board business as we'd like to get
What's your period?
time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and celebrating with us. If you would like to stay, you are welcome to stay. You do not have to.
Yeah. Yes. One more. Spanish Good. Walk in front of the camera. It's off right now.
All right, we have 3 trustees. We are going to continue. 7:59. Yeah, I got some numbers. I got you. All right, we move on to California Resolution number 260422A, National and California Day of the Teacher. The administration recommends adoption of resolution number 260422A, recognizing May 5th, 2026 as National Teacher Appreciation Day and May 13th as California Day of the Teacher. National California Day of the Teacher. This resolution firmly recognizes the vital contributions and dedication of teachers who serve from preschool through 8th grade. These days in May are celebrated to honor JESD teachers' role in shaping our students' futures. All right, are there any comments or questions on this motion? On this item, otherwise entertain a motion.
I'd like to wholeheartedly support this, not only as a board member, but as an actual teacher right now. And, you know, people always tell me, you know, oh, you guys don't make enough money, and whatever people say, we're into education and teaching because it's our calling. And for some of us, it's what we're good at, right? And it's something that we love to do. So thank you to all the teachers and future teachers out there.
All right, so was that a motion? Okay, so that was, okay, just want to be clear.
I have a comment.
Sure.
I just wanted to echo Trustee Ali's sentiments. I'm not a teacher, but I am a parent, and every day my children over the years have come home and expressed to me how much they love their teacher, or they're like, oh, I hope I get this teacher next year. It really showcases that the impact that teachers are making on our future because of what they're doing with our children is priceless. And so I know it's not an easy job, and you may not make the same money as someone that's working in tech, but the impact that you're making is for life. And so I just want to say thank you, and I'm thrilled to be able to say that my children go to school in this district and they're being educated by the teachers in this district.
Same. Teachers are, and public school teachers, my favorite thing I just saw recently online is the astronauts that just did the mission were all public school educated students, and I said that to my teacher friends, and I said, this is you, this is all the work that you do, and so to all the teachers, it's hard. Kids are hard, and there's so many, and there's 20, 30 of them at a time, all different personalities, and all different personalities of parents too. So thank you for dealing with all of us parents, because we all come in different personalities as well. So the work that you do is never ever going to be appreciated as much as it should be. So take it from a parent that says, when I say I appreciate you, I really do. So thank you. You don't deserve a day, you deserve the year, but we can't do that.
I'd like to echo everything that my fellow trustees have said, and wanted to move to pass the resolution for National and California Day of the Teacher.
I'm going to pause there because I would like to make a comment before you move on. It's okay. So as I previously said, my mom is a teacher. I come from, my grandfather was also a teacher. My aunt on my right, my father's side of the family is also an educator. So I come from a family of educators. So, this is a really big deal to me, because we also look around the world where educators are so much more appreciated and valued in financial and other resources, and then we look here and I see that we do so little for our teachers. We do our best, of course, here on our school board. We pass as much policy and acknowledgement as we can. However, I would like for, hopefully in the future, that something will change in our system to support our educators more, because one of the things that other countries recognize is you don't have any other careers without educators. And so that's one of my big calls to action, is hopefully our legislation will see that and support our teachers more, and especially our educators. All right, now you can do your motion.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. This is a roll call vote. Ms. McCullough, please.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Rajabhat?
Aye.
Mr. Ali?
Aye.
Ms. Policarpio?
Aye.
Mr. Sujisaka?
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations, teachers. All right, resolution 2604. 22B, National School Nurse Day. The administration recommends adoption of resolution number 2604 22B, recognizing May 6th, 2026 as National School Nurse Day. National School Nurse Day. This resolution honors school nurses for their crucial role in supporting student health, mental well-being, and academic success within our district. All right, if there are any comments or questions on this resolution, I'll entertain a motion.
I just want to also say, nurses, it's a hard job. I actually think doctors don't like that I say this, but I feel like it's a harder job than being a doctor, especially in our district when you're dealing with children who are having emotional but also physical needs. I think it's just so critical to keeping the well-being of our students and the community that we are servicing well. And so I just want to thank you for what you do on a day in and day out, and I hope that you are also taking care of yourselves at the same time.
Yeah, I'd like to echo those sentiments. California, because we do not allocate enough money to education in the state, we have some of the lowest rates of professionals, within our schools, and you can really see that with nurses who are called upon to not just serve the needs of one school, but multiple schools. They have a really hard job that has been expounded on. The needs have really mushroomed, over the past few years. So I definitely want to thank all of the nurses in our district and around the state and the country for all they do.
And same, would like to echo, surprise, surprise, Filipinos, so come from a family of nurses. Anthony's a family of educators, mine's a family of nurses, my mom and my husband. And I know how hard the job is, especially like I mentioned with kids. There's a lot that goes on, and maybe they are hurt. I can't tell if you're hurt. Maybe these are because mine are little, but it is a lot of empathy needed and a lot of understanding and getting down to the levels at this age and in this district and being able to understand that. So again, the work that the nurses do, and not enough words, not enough days to be able to appreciate it, but you are all appreciated, Mr. Fox.
I'll just add that, I really appreciated the nurses when I was in school, and it's not just for the medical, help they provide, but just having a safe space and a place to go rest. So thank you to all the nurses.
All right, I'll try to make these quick comments. So first, I worked with a nurse at one of my schools that I worked at, Nurse Nicole. She was an ER nurse and then switched to be a school nurse. So some of our nurses have so many careers that we don't even know that they had before they came to us, and they switched to us for a work-life balance. So appreciating all the nurses and the fact that you were first responders in so many different situations. I also acknowledge all the nurses in, so one of my best friends is a nurse in Minnesota, and where tragic things have happened in Minnesota, some of those nurses are the first people to see all of the people that need help, and again, for lack of better words. So I just want to say I very much value the nurse profession and all the nurses that I've gotten to work with. And with that, I guess I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Ms. Cover, this is a roll call vote. Thank you very much.
Ms. Jordan?
Aye.
Mr. Rashba?
Aye.
Mr. Ali?
Aye.
Ms. Polikarbio?
Aye.
Mr. Sudisaka?
Aye. Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations, school nurses. All right, we move on to item 8E, 2026-2027 AFT Local 3267 Renewal Contract Proposal Sunshine and Schedule of Public Hearing. A public hearing will be held on May 13, 2026 on the renewal contract proposal of AFT Local 3267 for 2026. AFT is proposing to open negotiations on Article 2, Wages, Article 3, Hours of Employment, Article 6, Health and Welfare, Article 10, Class Size, and Article 13, Grievance Procedures. The administration recommends acknowledging the receipt of direct sunshine and distribution for public review, the renewal contract proposal of AFT Local 3267 for 2026-2027 as required by the RADA Act. All right, if there are any comments or questions, otherwise I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. All right, item 8F, 2026-2027 JESD counter proposal to AFT Local 3267, renewal contract proposal Sunshine and schedule a public hearing. A public hearing will be held on May 13, 2026 on the renewal contract counter proposal of JESD for 2026-2027. JESD is proposing to open negotiations on Article 2, Wages, Article 3, Hours of Employment, Article 6, Health and Welfare, Article 10, Class Size, and Article 14, Early Retirement Incentives. The administration recommends acknowledging the receipt of direct sunshining and distribution for public review, the renewal contract counter proposal of JESD to AFT Local 3267 for 2026-2027 as required by the RADA Act. If there are any comments or questions, otherwise I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the counter proposal.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Item 9A, Certificate of Retirement 2025-2026. The administration recommends the approval of the retirement request from Francois Chachina, school psychologist, Benjamin Franklin, special education, effective June 12, 2026, and requests an appropriate resolution be prepared for commending her for her years of service with the district. Ms. Chachina has been employed with the district since September 8, 2014. Does anyone have any comments to say? I do have one, if no one else does. All right, so I worked with Fran. We called her Fran. When I was at Fernando Rivera, and she taught me everything I know about legalese in special education, how to conduct an IEP meeting, how to take notes for an IEP meeting. So she is an incredibly valuable resource that I think, atone all of my administrative career in special education to. If it weren't for her, I would not know everything I do today, so in special education specifically. So thank you very much, Mr. Sheena, for your years of service.
Thank you for your years of service. Motion to approve.
Second. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations, Mr. China. All right, we move on to item 10A, retirements, classified personnel. The administration recommends approval of the retirement request from the following classified employees and requests that the appropriate resolutions be prepared recommending them for their years of service with the district. Mario Orbeta, instructional assistant PE, and Andy Brown, hired on October 21st, 1993, effective April 30th of 2026, and Linda Suttles, instructional assistant in special education. Daniel Webster, hired on October 8th, 2001, and effective June 5th, 2026. If there are any comments or questions, otherwise I'll entertain a motion.
I just want to acknowledge combined 50, plus years of service. Just want to say thank you so much for your years of service, and I wish you well in your retirement. Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Congratulations to Mario and Linda. All right, we move on to item 11A, Governance Handbook. The governing board will review and consider adoption of proposed revisions to the government handbook based on discussions from the January 31st, 2026 governance workshop and the March 25th, 2026 regular governing board meeting, specifically related to the unity of purpose section. Ms. McCullough?
Yes, so in front of you, we have a printed copy as well as the one online. At the last meeting, you gave direction and guidance. We actually kind of went line by line, and so this is the edited version. And we removed it so that it is more a guidance document for board trustees. And so we just wanted to share this with you to see if you approve what we have written and make it the handbook now for the governing board as of last updated April 22nd.
All right, I'm going to give us 3 minutes to read this through. Is that enough? Does anyone want more time? All right, we'll check it in 3 minutes. Discussion on the changes from the handbook from the last meeting. Otherwise, I'll entertain a motion.
Thank you, Superintendent McCullough, for making these changes. Motion to approve.
I will second. Oh, sorry. Trustee Ali? Second. All right, so we have a motion and a second. All right, then all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. All right, and now we move on to item 12. Governance team member comments report for future agenda items and board meeting reflection. And this time I'll start on my left.
Did a lot of talking today. I don't think I have anything left to say that I haven't already. Thank you.
Thank you. So as President Sujisaka mentioned, he and I went to Coast to Coast 2026, and I guess we're going to talk about it again at another board meeting, but I'd just like to show my gratitude for having that opportunity to go out there and education and for the specific needs that we have in California. And this was my third time going as a board member, so I felt like I'm a veteran at it now. So I'm looking forward to doing more federal advocacy. Thank you.
I want to thank TRP for hosting us tonight. I said to some others that this is my favorite meeting of the year. I think I enjoy all of our meetings, but it's just great to kind of be out in the community at one of our school sites and to see, start with the spelling bee winners and who were so inspiring, and then to have all the amazing parent volunteers. So just want to say thank you again to all of the PTO, PTA, school site council members, and overall parent volunteers who were recognized tonight.
I want to thank President Sujisaka and Trustee Ali for representing our district at Coast to Coast. I wasn't able to make it this year, so I'm looking forward to hearing what you guys worked on and hopefully future accomplishments that we will have based on the advocacy that you did. I echo Trustee Rash's sentiments. These are my favorite meetings when we have people in the room that we're representing. Most of the time it's our principals and our teachers that are here, and so when we have the families and we can celebrate them, it really warms my heart, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here for our students, and we're here for the community that we serve. And it was a really, really great meeting, and the first one in like 30 days, so welcome back, team, and look forward to the rest of the meeting. Apparently, we still have more on the agenda.
Yes, we do. All right, well, my last thing is, again, I won't speak too much, but yeah, as Trustee Ali said, we're going to do our Coast to Coast reflection at the next meeting. The only thing I wanted to bring up as a potential future, I wanted this to be an agenda item, but I know at one point we spoke about bringing a meeting to our housing complex, which I don't think we've ever done.
I don't know if we can have a meeting at the housing complex, because it's a place where people are living and there's no space to have, and we'd be invading the space of their living. But we can discuss other options.
Yeah.
We just wouldn't be able to have a meeting.
No,
We
that
have
makes
a
sense,
meeting
yeah.
at FP Brown. It's just the technology sometimes is challenging. That's why we always have it at TRP, because of the technology.
That makes sense. Thank you for that clarification. Again, I know that had been a talk at one point, but thank you for that clarification. That is all from me, and then, all right. And then now we go to item 13, persons wishing to address the board on closed session items. Ms. Cooper, do we have the,
There are none.
there are no public comment, all right. This portion of the agenda is available for individuals to comment on or address the board on an item that is listed in closed session. The maximum allowed for any speaker is usually 2 minutes, and we will close that public comment at 8:33. All right, we will go to a recess, a 5-minute recess from 8:33, and we will convene the closed session at